The rich woman just said that the food is not fresh. The waiter buttoned the food on the rich woman's head. The wealthy husband stood up at the sight. The waiter only made one gesture. Husband's obedience and obedience. Then he threw the rich woman into the sea. You live today. But this is just a dream. After waking up from a dream, men still need to continue serving wealthy women. The man's name is Pep. It's the fisherman on this ship. A few days ago, the husband of the wealthy woman chartered the entire ship. Take the rich woman out for a trip. There are also 2 other couples traveling together. Everyone is happy and harmonious. Only rich women are picky in every way. Just as I boarded the ship, I needed a gym. This has put Pep in a difficult position. Overturned the ship to the bottom. Kaishan just found a dynamic bike. Then he took another jump rope. The wealthy woman became furious on the spot after seeing it. But Pep could only secretly vent her anger on the kitchen staff. Because he really doesn't like rich women. Time flies to the next day. Everyone is playing in the water. Only the wealthy woman sat on the boat with an umbrella smoking. Regarding this, Pep invites wealthy women to swim and play together. But the rich woman said, the water is not clean. He doesn't want to play with fools. Pep was speechless after listening. The rich woman's husband is even more at a loss about this. I can only explain to my friends. This is the best. More important. Maybe it's a natural lack of sociability. No matter what topic a friend says. When you go to the wealthy woman's place, there's always a cold shoulder. So rich women can only release their nature after drinking. Running into the cabin and teasing Pep involuntarily. Step forward. Moving forward. Look at Pep's indifferent appearance. Rich woman can only give way. His face was also filled with reluctance. Maybe it's because of the awkwardness of playing with water last time. The husband of the wealthy woman didn't bring her with him, this time while playing with water. This makes the sleeping rich woman very angry. Directly order Pep to take her in a kayak to find her. Unfortunately, drive halfway, the engine of the kayak suddenly broke down. No matter what happened to Pep, it wouldn't help. The 2 can only be temporarily trapped here, waiting for the passage of the ship. And the rich woman's mouth never stopped for a moment. Due to the strong winds and waves at sea, the wealthy woman in thin clothes was shivering with the cold. Pep kindly borrowed her sweater, but he dislikes the fishy smell of sweaters. But tough words will ultimately be defeated by the weather. After the dark night, the sweater has already been worn on the rich woman. It's just that Pep's gone. Here, only the wealthy woman is left on the kayak. The wealthy woman who woke up was frightened. Hurry up and shout loudly, Pep's name. It wasn't until I saw Pep's head exposed that I calmed down. Originally, Pep received the engine repair knife early in the morning. Accidentally crashed into the sea. Just jump into the sea and search for it. Only then did they retrieve it. After a burst of fear and anxiety, the rich woman can't bear it anymore. Start rummaging around on the kayak. Finally found a signal gun. But there's no ship passing by the signal gun nearby. Not useful at this time. The 2 can only wait on the ship. I'll be hungry as soon as I wait. The man spent 8 hours groping in the water before struggling to catch a small fish. After removing the head and internal organs of the fish, based on the principle of prioritizing women, Pep asked the rich woman to eat first. But the rich woman looked disdainful. Smell first then lick. A disgusting sentence. Just throw Pep Phillips' food into the sea. Environmentally concentrated. But the rich woman didn't care about it at all. Pep suddenly flew into a rage. The 2 of them reached a stalemate for a while. And at this moment, the rich woman discovered a ship passing by in the distance. Hurry to find the signal gun on the ship. Prepare to launch into the sky. But the rich woman doesn't know how to use a signal gun. Pep saw this and wanted to grab the signal gun. But the rich woman refused to give it to her, so much so that during the competition, kayak accidentally shot through. Only one side of the oil and gas is left. This is only enough for people to float on the sea surface, and time soon arrived at night. There was a rainstorm at sea. 2 people faced the risk of drowning at once. But fortunately, both of them ended up safe and sound. The first wealthy woman to wake up found a small island ahead. He quickly woke up Pep, with the efforts of both of them, finally slid onto the island. What the 2 didn't expect was, as soon as the rich woman landed, she turned her face and didn't recognize anyone, clamoring for a return to civilization. Stay away from Pep, and had a big argument with Pep, so angry that Pep left her directly. But the 2 overestimated their own strength, because this is an uninhabited island. He who is accustomed to a superior life cannot survive at all. Not long after, I was exhausted. But this is a small matter for Pep, who has rich life experience. Pep walked deep into the island, discovered a small wooden house. After checking the environment inside, I found that I could just stay. Not only that, but also, Pep also made many hunting tools from waste washed up at sea. Not long after, I caught a fish and a big lobster. This makes the rich woman envious. But the problem of being stubborn cannot be corrected. To bid a high price for food. I want to buy Pep's fish. But for Pep, money is useless. At this point Pep doesn't want any money at all, just wanted to kill Pupai's spirit. Rich women are too soft to handle, just pick up the sand and throw it on Pep. Pei, who was angry, responded with a big mouth on the spot. Although the wealthy woman is very angry, but I dare not continue to be arrogant. Because he's really hungry. Regarding this, exchange of identities between 2 individuals. In order to obtain food, The rich woman became Pep's servant, need to do laundry and chores for Pep. Only when Pep is satisfied can he obtain food. Besides, rich women also need to sleep outside, watch the door, and dance. To please Pep, when Pip go fishing in the sea. But even wealthy women can't bear it sometimes, because of Pep's verbal attacks. It's really unbearable for him. In theory, the two of them had a direct fight, relatively large. Rich woman doesn't want to be defeated, can be inserted into the body shape. The last loser is the rich woman. Women climb up to men's feet, kissing a man's glass cover from bottom to top, then obediently lay on the man's lap, express one's ups and downs. Because in the past we have been together. The rich woman has unconsciously fallen in love with Pep. Pep also fell in love with a wealthy woman. From now on, the two let go of their previous unhappiness. Just like a partner, life is very harmonious. My mother-in-law's survival skills are getting better and better. Compared to before, rich women nowadays are undoubtedly happier. This day, the rich woman went to pick up firewood as usual. Suddenly, I saw a ship passing by in the distance. But the rich woman hid away, because she doesn't want to lose her current life. Even talking to Pep at night didn't interest me. Worried about one day when the two of them will separate, and the days will pass by day. Two people are like husband and wife, continue living on this small island. And one morning, what the wealthy woman was worried about still happened. Another ship has already passed by the island. At this moment, Pep just woke up. The rich woman saw the vast expanse and went up to Pip. I want to hide with Pep. But Pep ran forward in a hurry. It's not because I don't want to continue with the rich woman, happy life, but because he wants to verify something. That's whether the rich woman really loves him, after returning to normal life. Will you be with her? Regarding this, Pep ran to call for help. The two were ultimately rescued on board the ship, and the captain contacted the wealthy woman's husband through the radio. After the ship reaches the shore, the husband of a wealthy woman holds her in his arms. But the rich woman is not happy at all. Meanwhile, after seeing the appearance of the two behind Pep, angry leaving, returned to her alley alone. Just then, the wealthy husband's subordinates found Pep, and gave Pep a pocket of money to express her gratitude to her wealthy husband. But it was thrown out by Pep. The subordinates of the wealthy husband finally left. Look at the subordinates who didn't take the money. Pep came to the street carrying his bag, entered a jewelry store. I bought a ring. Afterwards, I arrived at the hotel where the wealthy woman was staying, hand an envelope to the front desk, and instructed the front desk only give it to the wealthy woman when she was alone. But when the rich woman arrives at the front desk, her husband followed closely behind. This prevents the front desk from handing over the envelope to the wealthy woman, and the rich woman is leaving here today. The husband of the wealthy woman came to call the plane. Unfortunately, the wealthy husband discovered the envelope while on the phone. After boarding the plane, the wealthy husband put the envelope and money together, give it to the wealthy woman, let the rich woman give the offer. At this moment, the wealthy woman is absent-minded. I didn't even notice the envelope, just looking at the distance, hoped to see Pep's figure. After the flight attendant saw the envelope, I thought it was a task assigned to me by a wealthy woman. Hurry up to the address on the envelope. The dock at this time. Pep is waiting for the arrival of the wealthy woman, but when I see the envelope that has been returned unopened, although Pep is sad, but he didn't give up. He hurriedly ran to the airport to find the wealthy woman, but at this point, the plane has slowly taken off. All that's left for the two is regret.